I'm getting older. Hopefully, you're getting older too, just a little bit. What I want you to think about now is some things that we older individuals, I will be 50 this year, 1995. I will be 50. The big 50 scares me to death. But I'm going to be in good physical condition when I do this. I travel all the time. I'm in a hotel every week. Most hotels that I know of that I travel in, I'm only there for 3 or 4 hours. I really don't have enough time to go down to the gymnasium and work out. I don't have enough time to go to the sauna and sit there and lose weight. I don't have enough time to sit for a half an hour on the treadmill or a half an hour on the exercise bicycle. But I want you to think about some exercises that you can do while you're in the hotel room. Or better yet, while you're at home. Remember the exercise tape we did with the flexibility and the strengthening? I said a lot of these stretching exercises, a lot of these strengthening exercises can be done while you're watching television because you're relaxing, you're not thinking about what you're having to do, so you're not bored out of your mind. You're thinking about something else, but you're still going through the movement. You're not going to build up a great massive body doing these exercises, but number one, you're going to stay in shape. Number two, you're going to build up some kind of a cardiovascular endurance. You're also going to build up some of a cardiomuscular endurance. Okay? Now, very simply, there's all kinds of ways of doing sit-ups. The old way we found out is not really good for your back, and it really doesn't work your stomach muscles. You know, you sit there and you put your feet under somebody else's legs and you do full sit-ups. Well, when you first start off, that's working the abdominals. Then you're working the quadricep because that's what basically pulls you the rest of the way up. I want to show you right now a couple real simple types of working abdominal exercises, crunches, okay? The old standby is you lay like this, your feet are flat on the floor, your hands are behind your head or on your stomach, depending on your abilities, and you just go 1, 2, 3. It's a good crunch. 4, because you're making the upper abdominals work. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. 16, keep with me. 17, all the way down, all the way up. 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold this one, 30. And relax. So you're getting a real good burn in the upper part of your abdominals, right up in here. Not down here because that's not really doing any work, but you're working the upper abdominals right in this area here. Now relax a minute. Okay? If those felt good to you, those are very good for you to use. They're very effective. They do the job. They tighten up your abdominals. They make your heart rate higher. They will help you lose weight. There is no such thing as spot reduction. So don't say to yourself, well, I'm going to do 15,000 crunches and I'm going to lose my gut. You won't. You will build strength, but you have to work that off calorie-wise to get rid of that little extra tire around your midsection. Second type of a crunch, very simply, same type of movement here. Your hands are behind you, but this time cross your legs, bring your knees up. Now, sometimes these are a lot easier because now you're going to bring your knees forward at the same time coming up. So it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Touch your elbows. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. And relax. Again, you get a very, very good burning. But now you're working a little bit of movement into that exercise. So, again, it builds a little bit of agility in your lower back if you don't have any lower back problems. Now, if you have lower back problems, laying flat on your back is the best exercise you can do simply by, now you're just working your shoulders and your neck up. So you're keeping the strain off of your lower back. Those are the two types of exercises that I use for the upper abdominals. Lower abdominals. Now, you notice I don't put my head down. Once I put my head on the mat, you can see the little space right here in my lower back. It's an arch. We all have it. But if I keep my shoulders up, now, I keep my head up, I'm putting a little bit of strain on that lower back. Now, what I like for you to think about, and I like to do, is put my hands under my buttocks. That takes the strain off of the lower back. All I'm going to do is lift my legs up, hold them for the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly lower them down. Lower the head down. Relax. Bring the head up again. About a foot, foot and a half up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Now, all of us in a hotel room have a nice floor right in front of the bed. There's not that much area, so this is a great place to do these things. Third one now. I try to do everything in groups of 3. Head up, legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, bend the knees and just put your feet, come out from underneath. Very good. Now, another way of working the lower abdominals is very simply not a bicycle, but more of a flutter. Now, it could damage you depending on how hard you do it, but the main thing is just nice and easy. It's much like a swim, much like a dog paddle. Your hands are under your buttocks, your legs are out straight. We'll just do these for the count of 30, just one set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Hold your legs out there. Hold it for another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, come on, come on. And 10. Bend your knees. Put your feet down. Now sit up. Very important also is to relax. What we're doing when we do a particular exercise, we're building the muscle up. We're building up the endurance in that muscle, but we're also pumping blood into that muscle group. That's what makes it grow. Okay? So if we go right into another exercise now, what happens? I take the blood out of my stomach muscles into wherever else I'm using it. So relax for a minute, maybe 2 minutes. But as we're relaxing now, I want to tell you about some of the things that we're going to be doing. I always start off working abdominal exercises first. Why? Because they're the center of my body. They're the center. That's where everything else moves around. If I bend over, the stomach does it. If I straighten up, the stomach is part of it. If I turn to the left, the stomach is part of it. If I turn to the right, the stomach is part of it. If I lift my hand up, my stomach is still part of that. So abdominal exercises are very important to me, especially me being a fighter. So what I would like for you to think about, as I'm sliding up to kick, my abdominals come into play. Being a puncher, when I jab, or when I throw the right hand, or when I throw the hook, my abdominals come into play. So it's very important for me to build up those abdominals for strength-wise, plus also to be able to take that shot, to be able to resist punishment. So that's why I like to work my abdominals first before they get tired, so they can build up, because I'm going to use those in every exercise I do anyway. Okay, second type of exercise now. Arms. Okay, there's all kinds of exercises you can do in a dorm room, if you're in a college or a high school, or in a hotel room, or at your own home. None of us, when it's terrible outside, like it gets to be once in a while, do we want to go to the gym to work out. But we need to. At least something. At least we have to do something to maintain some kind of endurance. A push-up is very, very simple. 99% of the people that do push-ups do them wrong. Because they'll come up here and they'll go, okay, I'm going to do some push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can do those all day long. Forever. How much movement is involved? Very little. Very little movement is involved. Or how about the guys that do this? Boy, I did those, what, 7 or 8, and I'm tired. What you want to be is a board. You want your body to be a board. Your arms are basically the pivoting aspect of it. Okay? Now, I want to show you the way I do them. Being an ex-wrestler, a collegiate wrestler back in Indiana, we did a lot of push-ups because we had to be able to push our opponent away from us. We're using our own body weight. I'll show you a couple different ways of working those exercises also. But right now, just the very basic push-up. Most people put their hands flat like this. Well, this is kind of a strain on your wrist. If you can see my wrist right there, it's bent fairly nicely. But also, more importantly, I'm not using my forearm at all. Look how it's stretched. Look how that forearm is stretched. Now watch the difference. Now all I'm going to do is very simply make a fist, put my knuckles against this floor. Now look right here. Now I've contracted this forearm. Now it's building strength because it's tight. It's building up endurance because it's now going to build up that acid within the muscle group to where you're going to have to work that muscle and build up the endurance. All I'm going to do is put my knuckles here, about shoulder width apart. I'm on my toes. Now watch. All the way down and up. 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 How many is that? How many down? And 8. All the way down and 9. All the way down and 10. All the way down 11. All the way down and 12. All the way down 13. All the way down 14. All the way down 15. All the way down 16. All the way down 17. Notice how I'm resting. Down 18. Down 19, down 20, and down. Now, full movement. I'm working the forearm. I'm working the tricep. I'm also working the pectoralis major. Okay, now, another way of doing those exercises is a chair. All hotels have chairs. All homes, somewhere or another, have a chair. So I just put the chair right here. Now, if you notice with my feet on the floor and my knuckles on the floor, I'm working primarily the lower part of that pectoralis major, the pectoralis minor. I want to work up here too, because otherwise that gets to be fairly flat. Way to work that is very simply, now you're going to change things. You're going to change the movement. I'm still going to work my knuckles because I want to build this forearm up. Being a wrestler, once I grab a hold of your arm, once I grab a hold of your leg, it's very important for me to keep that leg so you don't pull it back and beat me over the head with it. Okay? So from here, I'm going to use this now as a support. This is called an incline, or to be more specific, a decline push-up. My knuckles are here. From here, my feet are here. Now still, same thing, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, back straight, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and down. So again, you're working different parts of those muscles. Upper muscle, you're still working the tricep now. You're still working the forearm, but now you've raised the part of the pectoralis up here. So you're building it better to either punch with or to squeeze with. You don't really need motivation. You might say to yourself, I would like to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, I'd like to look like certain other people. All you got to do is do it. You don't have to do 3 sets. You don't have to do 5 sets. You don't have to do 2 sets of 20. Start off with 1 set of 15, 1 set of 10. Is the thought that takes to do it that's very important also. You have to think about that. Yeah, again, if you don't have the time to do 3 sets, or you don't have the ability right now to do the 3 sets, that will come to you. I've been doing this a long, awfully long time. One thing I promised myself when I was a little kid, that I was going to be able to stand up against a wall, look straight down, and still see my toes. I'm almost 50, I can still see my toes. Sometimes I have to bend a little bit further forward, but I can still see my toes. That's what's important too. Plus I have the cardiovascular endurance to where I don't walk 10 feet and go, hold it just a minute, I gotta rest. Because at my age, or at our age, it gets a little more difficult. Because number one, more than anything else, priorities change. We still have the ability to work out. We still have the ability to build muscle, to build strength, to build endurance. But we don't any longer have the time